guess it's time to get to work. Hey everybody, this is Stuart with Wine on the Dime, and as you saw by the reveal, I've kicked off my WSET Level 3. So before I go into what I have in this packet, I'm going to talk about what I got in this one. So this is my Level 2, and in my Level 2, it came with the textbook, the tasting guide with descriptors, and then the study guide. As you can see, yes, I did actually study. So it was a nice book, and all in all, this came sandwiched about that much content. So now, let's take a look at the Level 3. By the way, I'm drinking this nice Kim Crawford New Zealand Rosé. If you want to take a look at the review, right here. So, first things first, there's more, a lot more. So, this is the textbook, much thicker. So by comparison, find the textbook over here. It's twice as thick. Twice as thick as the first one, and this small had a ton of content. So the next thing is the Level 3, it's the specification. So it kind of talks about the different regions, what you need to know in terms of the way that they're tested, basically the main varietals I kind of talked about from areas, principles that you could be tested on in terms of your learning objectives. So like this one's law and commerce, human factors, wine making recommendations, common faults, social and health issues. There's all sorts of stuff that's in here. It goes over the examination as well. And then you have the Level 3. So you have the tasting guide, which is a little bit more robust than the Level 2. And then you have the descriptors, which also are more robust. And then the study guide. The study guide is actually about as thick as the other study guide. It's just taller. So overall, I am covering this much content versus this much. A little bit more. So a couple things. So the exam on the Level 3 is a little bit more in depth than the Level 2. So the Level 2 is 50 multiple choice questions, and you got them right, you got them wrong. You had to get certain grades to pass. I can't remember what that grade is. And then there's different levels. So you can pass with merit, you can pass with distinction. I studied my ass off, I got distinction, so I was very happy about that. Level 3 takes that to the next level. So as you would hope when going from 2 to 3. So the Level 3, you have the 50 multiple choice questions. No problem, right? Just study, you're good. Then you have short answers. And then you have a tasting test as well. So you get to taste one red and one white. And you basically have to pass them all with certain degrees in order to hit those same levels of passing, passing with merit, and passing with distinction. So I'm shooting for distinction again. This is a lot harder. So, and it focuses a lot more on the winemaking, on the viniculture and the viticulture. So winemaking and grape growing. So there's going to be a lot more of that content in here, as well as a little bit deeper dive in some of those regions and the varietals that comprise those regions and how they are distinct. So there's going to be a lot more minutia in this one than there is in the second one. So here's that. I'm also going to be kicking off another series. So on top of my Level 3, just vlogging kind of the study aspect of this, I'm also going to be vlogging, trying to expand my palette and descriptors. So I'm going to be going into what I call my Taste 1,000 Things challenge. I don't know if I'll ever get to 1,000 things, but I'm going to try. And essentially what I'm going to do is I am going to smell and taste a ton of things between now and, well, hopefully I'll finish it up by my test, but I don't know if I can get to 1,000 different things by then, so we'll find out. But that's my ultimate goal, is to do all these tastings and smellings, expand my palate, expand my flavor profile, and just really have a stronger set of descriptors going into that. And I invite you to join me on that journey too. I'm gonna post those as part of the WSET vlog series that I have, so if you like that playlist, just keep watching, because between the studying and the Taste 1,000 Things episodes, I'm gonna have more content coming out regarding that. As for why I'm doing it, I focus on wines that are $15 and under. That's no that's no secret. That's why you're here. I drink cheap wine and I talk about it. One of the things that I've noticed is that when interacting with other people in the wine profession, having a certain level of, I guess, expertise allows for a little bit more collaboration and a little bit more access to some of the places I want to have. So what I mean by that is having level 3 shows that I'm actually studied. I know what I'm talking about. When I'm talking to you, I can actually give you, like, does this $10 bottle actually feel like it's a representation of this area or this varietal? So I'm not just pulling your chain. So it helps with some of the basic stuff. But what I mean by access is, as I'm trying to expand what I'm doing and the types of content I do on the channel, sometimes I run into things where people would really rather talk to someone who's a wine expert versus Joe Schmo guy who's in San Antonio, Texas, reviewing wine. And so having that next level up shows that I'm actually serious enough to have a conversation around it. And so whenever I go to talk to people, whether it's distributors or winemakers, winery owners, things like that, it helps to have that additional layer of certification. But I'm also a really big nerd, and I love studying about this stuff, and it gives me an excuse to like really push myself in terms of how fast I can learn things. So that's the other reason. The level of access and all that other stuff is nice. Really bigger underlying reason is I'm just a big nerd. So if you're okay with me being nerdier and getting geekier and still not trying to be a D-bag whenever I'm reviewing wine and being like some pretentious jerk, then, well, I can't promise I won't be a D-bag, but I'll promise I'll do my best not to be a pretentious jerk. Then definitely stay around and continue to watch this series. I welcome each and every one of you to go with me as I do my best to memorize this book and be able to apply the information within it. The words are so small. Anyway, this is Stuart with Wine on the Dime. If you like today's video, please like, subscribe, and comment. And welcome to the WSET Reloaded? Redux? I don't know. Version level 3.0. I don't know. Maybe I'll come up with something catchy to name this vlog in the meantime, but definitely, thanks for stopping by. Invite you to join me, and I'll see you all again later with another episode or WSET vlog from Wine on the Dime.